and South Dakota School of Mines on the right. You can see the Tulsa students on the left side. Looks like they've got a game controller and a laptop there. South Dakota School of Mines students on the right. Looks like they've got a game controller. And one student is controlling the camera, the NASA camera feed that they're given, which we were just talking about, joking about. They can actually pan, tilt, zoom those camera feeds. Even though they're low quality, they can still pan, tilt, zoom. All right. This is great. This is great. You can see how hard it is to dig in this stuff, but this robot is powering through for South Dakota School of Mines. We're hopeful we'll be able to see the Tulsa robot move across the obstacle field. Wow, this South Dakota School of Mines robot is digging deep. These robots need to dig deep this year because they don't get any points for the topsoil. They only get points when they go down deep and collect the rocks, the gravel that we've hidden beneath the topsoil. In South Dakota, you can see them dumping everything that they've just dug because it's not worth anything. They don't want any of that stuff. They want the deep stuff. They've got plenty of time. Everything you just saw happened within the first 2 minutes. Okay, the Tulsa robot is now moving. I'd like to see that. Let's give Tulsa a round of applause. This is a rookie team making their way across the obstacle field. Great job, Tulsa. Okay, the Tulsa robot is in the digging area now. You can see they're rotating the robot, and they're raising up their digging system on the Tulsa side. When the South Dakota robot digs and the robot kind of bounces up and down, you can see this interesting drivetrain system that they've got. And on the left-hand side, you can see the Tulsa auger going down into this simulated regolith, this crushed volcanic rock. That is impressive. Tulsa is digging right now, and so is South Dakota School of Mines. That South Dakota robot has a lot of this simulated regolith on board. That's got to be a heavy robot right now. Let's see how well it does traversing the obstacle field and getting back. 6.5 minutes plus remaining. So at this rate, this robot could really, it could do 3 trips, honestly. Okay, this drivetrain is really interesting. The front and the rear of the robot are not connected directly. There's kind of a coupling there that allows some motion. And on the lower right, you can see the South Dakota robot has backed up its conveyor belt up to the hopper. And there goes the conveyor belt system for just a split second. I hope it starts up again. We saw the conveyor belt run a little bit ago after they had a full load. Their very first full load, they went ahead and ran the conveyor belt to go ahead and get rid of all that material because we're only interested in collecting and depositing the deep, deep material, which hopefully has lots of rocks and gravel embedded in it. All right, what's going on with this South Dakota robot? Okay, there's the digger. Digger works. The wheels work. We just need the conveyor belt to work now. And there we get another shot at the Tulsa robot on the left. The Tulsa robot is pulling up their auger. It does not appear to be spinning at this point. There's a little bit of material spilling out the top of that blue tarp-looking material. Let's see what happens. Are they going to spin it up again? Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to spin it up again. So that auger was full of material, and now they're spinning up that auger again in order to offload the material onto a mesh, a grating which has holes in it, which will allow the fine material to fall through and only leave the rocks behind. Okay, South Dakota is doing all kinds of crazy things with their robot. Are they trying to knock it into working again? They're driving all over the place right now. Not sure if they've had something come loose or what, because we did see their conveyor belt move earlier. There's so many things that can go wrong with a complex system like this. There are wires that can come disconnected. There are fuses that can be blown. There are software bugs. I hate to say that as a software engineer. There are software bugs that can sometimes bite you. But with 3 minutes remaining, I'm hopeful that South Dakota School of Mines is going to be able to get their conveyor belt working again. Oh, one of their buckets is a little bit sideways there. I'm guessing the students are troubleshooting the issue with their conveyor belt by trying everything they can think of. We did see a piece of something fall off earlier, but I was actually thinking that that piece that was actually dug up, but it's possible that that's an important piece of their robot that ended up getting dug up by their digging system. All right, Tulsa on the left is now coming back to the hopper back at the lander. So let's see if Tulsa can get their robot turned around in the last 2 minutes and positioned properly for unloading their onboard collected material. You can see the large treads, the large flaps that Tulsa has put on their wheels. That seems to be working for them. Even though their wheels appear to be fairly small, those large flaps are actually giving them enough traction to drive around in this crushed volcanic rock with under 1:20 seconds. Let's see how much material Tulsa is able to deposit onto the hopper. I love the NASA RMC sticker on the Tulsa robot right there. Appreciate that. All right, 36 seconds, 35. We need somebody to deposit some material onto these hoppers in the last 30 seconds. This is the second and final attempt for both of these teams. I hate for these teams to get this far. They've both collected some material. And South Dakota School of Mines seems like they collected a lot of material with a pretty good potential for some rocks to be in there. Tulsa's digging in. Not sure what's going on with the Tulsa robot. And that is the end. I am afraid that time has ran out for both of these teams, but really valiant effort for both of these teams. Let's give the University of Tulsa a big hand. And South Dakota School of Mines and Technology, great attempt, great job. These teams should be proud of what they just did. We're going to get ready to see John Brown University coming up next. And not Iowa. Looks like we're going to have Montana Tech of the University of Montana coming up next against John Brown. So, as I said,